Welcome back to another week of Cosmic Crit, another dive into the scrap heaps with me, your GM and tourism guide through the corridors and annals of Junker's Delight. Joining me in taking selfies in front of a pile of tires are my 5 chunkiest junkie friends, Miles, Tyler, Rebecca, Jabert, and Drew. Hey, welcome back, everybody.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi-oh. That was too much energy, and now we came way too down.
That was
boy.
Really wasn't expecting the deep silence that set in.
I took a sip of my coffee. I was like, these guys can fill 3 seconds of airtime.
Absolutely.
A little bit.
We let that die like it deserved.
Jesus.
We are getting ever nearer. This is episode 9. Ever near the end of this little side quest and this side adventure that is Junker's Delight, and getting closer to season 4. Are you guys excited to have a 10 level jump in your characters?
I am
nervous.
super excited. I've been like modifying Alindra's character sheet like weekly for the last like 6 months. So I'm hoping she's getting to a point where she's finalized now. I might still tweak some things.
Rebecca's first turn is going to be so plotted out because she's going to she's going to have waited like months for this first turn. It's just going to be pure murder.
And if it doesn't go her way,
myself, I'm like, am I putting too much in con? Should I put some more into whiz? Am I putting my skill ranks where they belong? So,
if anyone would like to give Rebecca tips on her character sheet, go to Cosmic Crit's Discord, discord.cc/Cosmic Crit. Is that how you get there?
It has been a while since I played a Solarian, so if you have any tips, I welcome them.
So many new books have come out.
I'm happy because I'm going from soldier to soldier, so that was on purpose as well.
You made it easy on yourself.
I made it very, very easy. There's not much to do. Luckily,
I'm sorry. That's one of the rules that we put down here. Tyler, you can't play the same class twice. So I'm going to need you to do at least multi-class now as it draws. You're half biohacker.
I couldn't think of a worse multi-class. Oh, boy.
All right. But before we get to season 4, we need to finish up this story. And we're not going to get there first because, once again, this week's episode starts in the distant past as we see a sleek, scientific-looking starship with dozens of external comm arrays and ports and science stations designed and integrated into its hull. And as we zoom along its side, we can see its name emblazoned along its port side beneath an observation deck window where an android woman stands and stares out into the abyss. Right above the words Stellar Flare, it is very obviously the android Very 13, looking slightly different haircut, perhaps a little rounder of cheek. And she seems to be studying some of the ship's readouts from a small console and a bulkhead wall. And a Lashuntan male voice comes up over the comms and says, "This is the moment that we've been waiting for, everyone. Engineering has given us the green light, and why, it's time we test out this drive and start getting some real-world data in. We ask that you all please find your stations and strap in. We will be launching in just a few moments." We watch as Very 18 leans against a wall, and a formless chair kind of emerges from it, and the harness envelops her. And after a few more minutes, the comms come back up and say, "We are good for a T-minus 10 minutes till launch. Science bays, engineering, you are greenlit to begin preparation on firing up the engine." And it is just a moment later that there's a high-pitched whine, a shuddering through the hull as the ship kind of creaks and then suddenly, very violently, lurches to a side as it seems gravity kind of shifts to one side of the vehicle and then disappears completely as weightlessness takes over the science station here. The lights go up and out, and the emergency lights start up. And once more over the comms, you hear, "Damage report. What's happened to the core? Is the core offline? Can you hear us, engineering?" And outside, the ship. We see a plasma fire burning in the rear as black smoke dissipates above the backdrop of a red planet. And we see life pods dropping away as the ship is sent careening into the deserts of Akaton below. And we snap once more to the interior of said starship, to the stellar flare, century later or so. And we see Very 13 coming up to you, walking these hallways she once did years ago, right after your fight with the Drift Dead. And she comes up to you and say, you all performed admirably. Are you okay to continue the search for this data? It seems that my predecessor had stored a good deal of it in a personal computer, or do you need to rest?
Well, hold on there, partner. I'd like to take a quick 10-minute or so.
Yeah, did you guys get really hurt last scan?
Oh,
I know.
gee, I wonder.
Well, we had a bomb, a glitching computer go off in Jules' face, and then Jabert, Alavians fought like a Drifted basically by himself for like the majority of that fight.
And it shows in my HP. Yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit of a break, and if we have a medic, I could use some medicine.
So does Very happen to have any healing items that she can provide to us?
She wouldn't happen to be a cleric, would she?
No,
Some sort. No. Well,
how useful. So Jabert, I can do that my field dressing again, but I can't do it until after we rest.
okay. All right, cool. Well, I'm going to go ahead and rest because I am also out of SP.
Yes.
Big same.
can you do it after a 10-minute rest, Drew?
Yes, I will double check. But
Okay.
I'm also going to heal up the drone as
Mhm.
much as I can while I'm resting.
Piston takes some damage there too.
yeah, once a creature has benefited from field dressing, they cannot benefit again until they take a 10-minute rest to recover stamina points.
Okay, so if Alabians is resting up, then you can do it again afterwards.
Does anybody else need that? It's only 3 HP.
El Demonio does.
It's only 3
I'm
HP,
down
but
two.
it's 3 free HP.
Yeah, it's 3 free HP. I'll use it. If I need more, then I will stick myself with
Well,
a
no.
serum.
I haven't used it on you yet, so let me do that before you rest. And if you
Okay.
need it, I can do it again after you rest.
Okay.
Hold
Perfect.
on. Is it SP or HP?
It's HP.
HP.
Rest wouldn't affect that then.
But resting resets when I can use it on people.
Oh, so you're going to use it and then use it again.
Correct.
Got it.
Probably not in the true intention of the rules, but it doesn't say that you can't.
Well, I think it's mostly just so, time has to pass before you can
Right.
check a field dressing, set a wound again. So set it, maybe let El Demonio walk around on like a bandaged leg and then come back and take another look and see if you missed something.
Which
You
puts me
heal
back
up
up to
Jewel
full
as
HP.
well while you're
Yes.
I'm only down 2 HP, but
Then you're good. Let me do it before you rest then, so that we can reset it in case we need to do it again.
sounds good.
I'm going to spend a serum. Oh, try to get some more. 3. That's pretty close. Full. Okay.
What did we decide about mending and how often that can be used on the same construct? Is that once per 24 hours or?
Yeah, it's one-
Yeah.
Once a day.
So,
Ugh. Okay.
I can. Did we already do that?
I think we recently did that.
Shoot.
No problem.
Is there any engineering check you could run to fix?
I mean, I've already repaired it as much as I can, and I have repaired drone, so I can repair it to 25% of its maximum HP instead of just 10%. So at least there's something. But yeah, it's okay. It's at like 22 of 30.
Yeah. It's better than El Demonio sitting at. That's a joke. Don't do that, Math Mouse.
what does anyone need more HP back? Do you want to burn any healing serums or anything like that?
The only thing I don't know is, can I use field dressing on myself? It says adjacent, willing, or unconscious, so that's probably not something I can do.
Nah, I don't think so.
Right. So what is the plan next? You guys have opened up a couple of the main quarters in a computer server room and what looks like a library / kind of research lab. And I believe found some notes on an internal computer here that indeed Very 8 seem to have kept a lot of their notes on a personal computer that's not hardwired into the system's like mainframe.
Her name was Very 8.
Yeah.
Very 8.
VARI-8. Yeah, the number 8.
So I walked into a door and got us into a huge fight. So I'm gonna defer to the team on this one.
I have a little question about timelines. So, and maybe we don't know this, but so Very 8 was apparently on this starship when it crashed, and that is who the message was to, and that is who we just saw in the flashback. But we are now here with Very 13. So how much time has passed between the ship crashing and now Very 13?
Yeah, so I mean, it was, I think, a couple hundred years at this point. At least a century, I'm pretty sure. But they got off on a life pod. Like I don't think they went down with the ship.
Got it.
Sense.
Okay, that makes sense. It was like how recent is this? But she wouldn't.
This might have been 300 years because, well, in the book it says a few years after the gap.
Got it.
Is when the drift information came about.
Okay, thank you. That helps.
So I think this is at the beginning of drift travel technology. They're doing other kind of experiments and research. Right. So where do we want to go, or what do we want to do here?
Was there anything else to find in either of these two rooms? I know we heard the message from the computer. Was there anything in the research room or whatever that other room was?
Right. So I don't think. Oh, yeah, right. I don't think you guys have had time here, obviously, to look around in the reading room. Where, just to give another quick description, there's rows of metal tables and like bookshelves. You see a haphazard pile of moldering plastic chairs kind of bunched up. There's some cracked vid screens along the wall and a pair of little dark side chambers in the back where these things emerged from. 2 little small rooms, like private research rooms there. Let's see. After you guys heal up, if you're taking some time to look around in one of these side rooms, one is mostly empty. It looks like some things kind of maybe fell out of this or were thrown to the ground when the ship crashed. The other, you find some destroyed electronics and what looks like a small plastic carrying case that's only a few inches wide on each side, but seems like it has survived as you crack it open, and inside is, like the casing kind of crumbles as you open it up, but there is a hard metal, ancient looking cred stick, maybe with the magical stamping of the Bank of Abadar core on it. And yeah, it looks like it's very, well put together for something this old. And taking a reading of it, there is 2,000 credits on it. Why don't you if anybody wants to look this over, stick in their computer and do a computer or engineering check to kind of give it a once over.
Nice.
All right.
That's about what we expect from the wrestler.
Okay. So
I actually have a decent computer check.
I
I just roll like garbage apparently in this campaign.
Demonio's computer checks are only for social media posts.
It's definitely money of some sort, but I think if Labian's Jewel, you take a look at it, scan it, there's more microchip technology in it, and you see some readers along the side, and just the way that the shape is, it's like wallet sized. You can tell this looks also to be some sort of electronic key of some kind. But that's really the only thing of value in here. Most everything has kind of just degraded or festered over the centuries. What else would you like to do?
Should we look through the computer room, but where the shock happened?
Yeah, I think you got a pretty good look at. I mean, it's a lot of empty, destroyed server racks, and you got into the one main console that seemed like it was in working order, but obviously it had a massive surge power buildup since this thing kind of has come back online a few weeks ago. Besides that, not a lot here of value, and in these two rooms you definitely don't see anything that looks like a personal PC that may or may not have survived.
Shall we continue north? Onward and upward?
Heading in that direction, it does indeed look like a large sealed set of double doors that are marked clean room.
Clean room?
Clean room, yeah. What might be on the exterior of a science or engineering lab, like you'll have to suit up or put on some kind of protective shielding before you go into the back part of the ship.
Got it. So like sanitary. All right. Can I try to open the door?
It is locked.
Can I try my key?
Oh, this key that you just found 5 seconds ago?
Yeah.
Use
Make,
blue key on blue door.
make me an engineering check. Rebecca, how dare you?
Do you want to aid me, Alabians? Or
Let me
the other
just-
way around?
Let me
What's
just
your
double
bonus?
Hold on, let me just double check your bonus here. Never mind, don't make me a check. You roll a 1, I think you still get this because
Sweet.
all you have to do is locate. Indeed, there is like a destroyed console here that you don't think you'd be able to get working without just rebuilding it completely. But right in the side of that, there is a extremely small slit that you have easily figured out would fit this key that you found, and sliding it inside, of course, does seem to flow some juice through the door, and you hear a large clunking metal sound as it unlocks and opens on up.
Sweet. Did we just credit card it?
No, I mean that's an actual
Key slot. Okay.
that.
Wait, let's check the value on that card. Make sure we didn't have to like pay money to open up this door.
It now says it's 500 credits.
Ah, dang it.
I will say that door is very huge. It looks like heat shielding, or it would be able to withstand a blast of some sort. And yeah, as you enter into this room, it is very kind of starkly different from the rest of the interior. The walls here seem like they're white, but they are stained with grime and what might have been a rubber carpet or something on the ground here has, completely rotted away and turned into, like almost sand. There's a set of glass fronted plastic lockers to the western side that have shapeless looking remnants of clothes, coveralls of some sort hanging from hooks. And yeah, there's indeed another small slot just like the one to get in here, leading out to a larger northern door. And you're pretty sure the key will work there as well.
This seems to be an airlock of sorts.
Yep, like I said, it's a clean room. Very,
Right.
very 13 will come up behind you and say, this must be it. This must be the entrance to the science or engineering lab. This might be what we're looking for. If this is still locked, then I suppose it is possible that some of the research can be behind these doors.
Let's hope. And
Well, why don't you
I'll
guys?
try to open it.
Well, why don't you first make me a perception check as you're going through this room, and you guys can join Jewel up here if you'd like in this chamber to the north.
I'm gonna wait because last time I joined Jewel in confined space, I got blowed up.
Yeah, Jewel, you go on ahead. You're fine. We got a great roll from Drew. Hey, Drew. Mixer perhaps sniffing out the chemicals in the air. You do find in the pile of one of these partially destroyed lockers an ancient, though still mostly put together and advanced form of a med kit. The bottom of the locker there. An advanced med kit allows you to make that DC for treat deadly wounds and things like that at DC 20 instead of 25. So a little easier there.
Nice.
Yay.
What's your bonus to medicine right now?
It is plus 13.
Yeah, so like on a 7 or more, you succeed, and on a 13 or 12, I can't do math. You get the extra bonus. So
Nice.
a little nicer. All right, so if you guys are ready, open up this door to the north here. Bloop, opens up into an extremely large chamber, expansive laboratory that lies in shambles. There are counters pulled from the floor and hurled about, patches of exposed wires and shards of rent metal everywhere. Fairly unidentifiable, prototype equipment lies kind of smashed to bits. But the exception is in the center of this room, a humming Starship power core, and around its dais you see scuffed and scorched stenciled letters marking keep back when operational. And to the side of this dais, you see 3 space goblin corpses all lying in a small pile. There are no other entrances or exits to this room except this one you came through to the south.
Can I run a life science check to see if those corpses match the kind of timing of maybe being a member of the original crew of the ship, or to see if they came later?
Yeah, I've marked them on the map. They're kind of to the side of this huge power core if you want to go examine them. Anybody else? So you guys want to look anywhere else in this chamber?
Jewel does not have life science, but she would like to inspect the power core a little bit closer.
Through as you get closer to these bodies, they don't look that old. They're not like skeletons, which you imagine after centuries. They look like they've been here for maybe a week or so. Doesn't seem like there's too many critters that have gotten to them, but they've still decomposed a little bit. And you indeed see some burn marks, I think, around them, and maybe some signs of blunt force trauma or slashing damage, I think, of some sort.
What kind of armor are they wearing?
Junk armor. He's taking a look over them. You're pretty sure that these are part of the Trash Hunter clan of Merc.
I wonder if that means there's another way into the ship.
You guys can recall that she mentioned that indeed it was thought that perhaps both Trash Hunters and Unbrood of some sort have been able to get in here somehow, but her people, the goblins, got in, and they're the ones that set off the door and kind of locked themselves inside. And indeed, this seems to have been the fate of them. They somehow got all the way back here and have met a dark end.
Can I check the reactor core to see if it's safe, or if the energies are contained, or if it's like leaking super high radiation or something?
Yeah, I think you and Jewel, very 13, can move up and start examining it and realize it's pretty crazy that something this old has been able to pop back into existence and working order and power up some of the minimal parts of the ship. So like, the emergency lights and the door and what have you. It definitely seems to be broken, but once you guys investigating here, give me a perception check. All right, we're just rolling 2s left and right. 3s, good. Yeah, definitely bits and pieces of it kind of showing its age, but it is working. It's just definitely not at peak capacity here. Very is amazed, and she moves off to the side, and it's like, we must catalog everything here, see what is still operational. And as she moves off, and as you guys are stuck around looking through this chamber, I think you hear what sounds like electricity kind of like moving through the power core, maybe some arcs of static bouncing off of it and hitting the floor around you. and glass and metal kind of scraping against one another sound as something seems to be emerging from the core. Let's go ahead and roll initiative. Turn order.
I didn't think there was going to be combat this episode. I did not come prepared.
We didn't spend 10 minutes healing at all. Ooh, got a natural 20 on initiative. Let me go right this way, sir. I'll just move you.
I'm the speediest brain.
Right to the top of the turn order, unless I roll better as well. Let me just double check. I rolled okay. I rolled a 16, but that's not gonna beat you. I think maybe because you're so close to it, you get a chance to react to whatever this thing is first, as it's not really stepping out of the power core. It just seems to be stepping into this reality right in front of it, and where the thin air in front of you kind of splits and crackles with electricity. You see a formless void pop into existence, and from it a nebulous cloud of sparking electricity and gas. A hand kind of emerges, and then a foot, and it just seems to be forming itself into this world in, I think, a humanoid shape. I'm sorry, it doesn't take the form of a giant brain, but it moves forward and sees maybe Javi and El Demonio and takes on arms and legs. And let me show you the art here for what this creature is. Indeed, looks like a lightning storm in kind of humanoid form. Purple and green energy coursing through it.
I think I bought this album.
Yeah, definitely Pink Floyd album. Let's pop us in to combat here, as this thing closest to the reactor, to the power core, is Elabians and Jewel. Brightly enough, as you guys were examining it, it pops right between you guys and Elabians. You have the turn. You have the first action.
Okay. Can I try to identify this thing first? Would that be maybe mysticism, or?
It is indeed.
Okay, here we go. Oh, 20 to identify.
20. I think that is enough to know one thing about it. I think these things have been kind of written about. They don't stick around for too long, and it's been very hard to get nailed down facts about them, as people have reported seeing drift phantoms for the centuries that they've been moving through the drift, but have never been able to communicate. They come out of nowhere, and there have been many reports of attacks by these outsider creatures. What would you like to know about them?
I am suspicious that this thing is going to have like immunities of some sort, so I'm going to ask for immunities.
Yeah, it's got several. You want me to just pick one at?
Oh, I only get one.
Random.
Gross. Because I don't want you to just be like non-lethal or something I wasn't going to do. It doesn't have it is not a construct or an undead. It doesn't have like a immunity suite, which I would normally give you as one. It's its own thing. Okay.
You want a defensive ability? Do you want a special ability? Do you want an attack? What do you want?
Let's talk about a defensive ability.
Okay, I think probably, since it's you asking, the most appropriate one is evasion. It has evasion. So it looks like it is legit made of lightning, and therefore is as fast as lightning. Nailing down exactly where this thing is, what its form is in this dimension, is giving you a brain ache.
Okay. My guess is made of lightning. Probably my little stun gun is not going to be the most effective against this thing.
I mean, it's not really made out of lightning. It's not really made out of this universe's matter, it is definitely from some other, from the drift, from a different plane of existence.
Well, all right, then I guess I'll try to figure it out. Let's see if the Pulsecaster pistol does anything to it. Here we go.
This is called Kids Listening at Home to our PG-13 podcast, The Scientific Myth.
Yeah.
Just shoot it with a gun, see what happens.
Oh, so close to that 20.
Oh, it's completely immune, apparently, to Pulsecaster attacks.
They can't be killed. Run away.
Natural 2 is a miss. Elbians moves back, and we are on to its turn. And I apologize. Give me one moment, just to double check. I think this room has a little bit of a higher ceiling. Nope, maybe not. Okay. So this thing is indeed going to spend a move action to fly up to the ceiling, which is, from what I can tell, just the same height as the rest of the stellar flare, so about 12 feet up. And I will try to mark that on the character so we remember. And it's going to take a standard action and cast a spell. Now, but on who is it going to cast a spell? It sees probably the largest of you guys a little threatening being so close to it, both Javi and El Demonio. I'm going to roll randomly. Javi, can you make me a will save? Ooh.
Leave me alone, Patrick. Leave my poor soldier alone.
I say, be gone, demon. And natural 20 is, let me just double check my notes here. Oh yeah, that's going to do it. It seemed to be, you hear like the sound of static inside your mind as this thing flies up and just kind of points itself in your direction. You see arcs of electricity kind of peeling off of it, but whatever it was trying to say to you, you just kind of shake it from your crown of flames, and thankfully shake it so well that it's your turn next. you don't give it any mind, and you get to go immediately after. Or El Demonio, you guys rolled the same.
Javi looks up at it and says, "If you want to speak my language, try this," and he just shoots it.
My language is bullets.
My language is bullets.
My language is a gun.
I missed, so let's call it a draw.
My language is missing.
Oh boy, Javi is going to move.
You're about 10, 15 feet away from it. It's hovering up above you right now.
I just want to say, I've rolled dookie with this character. I feel bad. I feel really bad. Listeners at home, you might think, like, Tyler really didn't build this character well. I did. It's just,
you rolled pretty bad. That is true.
I just don't roll. I'm back to I'm just back to rolling like garbage. Patrick, is there I see a bunch of debris on the ground, but nothing looks big enough for me necessarily to get cover behind. Am I correct in assuming that?
If you go do a couple of move actions and get to 30 feet away or so, there's destroyed tables and workbenches and refrigerators and things like that have been overturned to the sides of this the more laboratory parts of the engineering bay here, but right around you there's not really any cover.
Well, I guess I could just hide behind Jewel.
You could
I'll just move.
The door's still open behind you. You can run back out to the clean room.
I was just going to take a few steps backwards.
All right.
In my turn.
El Demonio, onto you, brother. What you got, Miles?
El Demonio's going to pop up next to this creature and give it a little love tap.
So it is flying in the air. If you're moving up to jump it, I think you can automatically succeed if you're moving 10 feet or more, because I'm guessing you have a pretty good athletics check as a...
I do.
Yes, but that will... You do have to get some air time to get at this thing.
Okay.
But
so
yes.
do I need to roll athletics, acrobatics, or what?
Well, what's your bonus? Because I think if you're moving 10 feet or so, you only have, I think it's just DC 7 to get 7 foot up.
+5
Okay,
is my
so
athletics, and acrobatics is +7.
Okay, so you do have to roll. You just can't roll a 1.
All right.
So-
and then just roll my attack.
Yep.
It's a 19 to hit.
Against EAC, that is a hit.
All right, for 6 points of, I don't know.
Yeah, well, you gotta make a decision here. You can do acid,
bl-
you can do budgeting, or you can do both.
What? Both, I guess.
Okay, it definitely, not all that damage seems to go through. Can't really tell you what it is exactly,
I
but
hate you.
about only half of that goes through. I see. You should have used the scientific method and just X'd one out completely. Yeah, it somehow doesn't connect as well as, if you're hitting a flesh and blood in the ring opponent. Seems like you had to pull this punch a bit. Jewel, that leaves us you next. Because a lot of very high initiative rolls in this, Drew. I just realized you're like way at the bottom of this.
I know, poor thing. All right, Jewel is going to back up a ways, leaving Piston sort of by itself, but we're each going to take a shot. Actually,
Oakley.
I'm going to take a shot with Jewel before I decide what to do with Piston. We'll see what happens.
All right,
Can
so
I do that?
Your move, yeah, pretty sure. Moving with Jewel backwards and taking a shot.
Yes.
Go right ahead. The only thing you wouldn't be able to do is if you're going to try to provide harrying cover
Right.
after the fact, but
All right, so that's a 20 to attack.
that is a hit.
And it would be 5 electricity damage. Does that go through?
Seems to affect this thing.
It does!
Believe it or not, yes.
All right. We are fighting electricity with electricity, I guess, maybe. Piston is also going to take a shot with its identical gun.
And maybe this thing is made of electricity from another dimension, so it does affect it somehow.
That's a 24 to hit for 7
Ooh.
damage.
7 electricity damage?
Yeah, 7 electricity damage.
Oh no, this might be a shorter combat if you figured out its weakness already, or not its weakness, but a way to hurt it already. 7 points in total. Oh, okay. Ouch. Great. That is Jewel and Piston turn, and Drew all the way at the bottom here. You're investigating some bodies when this creature appears, so maybe taking a little off guard. What would you like to do?
So I have a special biohacker ability called Microlab Identify.
Oh, do you?
And I can roll it. If it's living, it's a life science check. If it's unliving, it's a physical science check. But the DC is based off of the creature's rarity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually like identifying creatures.
I just want to ask the gang, is it worth it at this point? Or since we know it's electricity, should we skip that?
Well,
And
I've already given up the ghost to Jabber that there are several, like defensive things about it. So if you want more information, does this require like a move or a standard action to use the microlab?
It is as a move action.
Okay, well, it's up to you.
All right, and I'm assuming life science because this is alive.
It is indeed living.
That's a natural 20.
I'm going to tell you whatever y'all want to know about this, because that's enough for, if it's just based on its rarity, I believe 4 pieces of information. So
Okay. So let's start with special attacks.
Attacks. So I'll give you either. I can tell you it has both melee and range. I'll give you one of those for one of these. Which would you like to know?
Let's go with melee since El Demonio is right there.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it can form enough energy to make both an attack that does bludgeoning and electrical damage, but it also has a power, this drift phantom, called Drain Power, and when it scores a critical hit on a failure of a reflex save, batteries in your possession lose charges.
Okay.
And if you don't have anything that uses batteries, then just something that is electrical loses or is suppressed energy for a number of rounds.
All right, let's get some resistances. We know electricity is a resistance, but or not a resistance that goes through.
DR5.
Okay.
DR5. So any physical damage, it has a little bit of resistance to. 2 more things.
Let's see what the ranged attacks are like.
It also has the ability to blast a static globe. And after kind of looking over these bodies, you might be able to guess that some of these goblins were hit with like bald electricity. And that also has the drain power attached to it. That is just electricity damage.
Okay. What's left?
I guess I should say
EAC.
that static globe has a range of 30 foot.
What's KAC?
CAC is 17. What would you like to do for your standard? This is a long turn one.
I'm gonna hit this thing with. I'm gonna try to shoot it with a nanite infused shot from the liquidator. To cast eject, and
Okay.
I'm gonna load it into a minor inhibitor. And that's toot toot kaboom.
Turn 2. Alabians, we are back to you, Jabert.
All
And
right.
I imagine Mixer sharing some of this information with the team. He's finding out.
Yeah.
You're doing a little more information gathering thing. I think you've done this campaign so far. Getting all of its good stuff.
Pretty scary looking thing. So, I mean, my spells, most of my spells are reflex right now. So,
Yes. That's why I gave you that information.
I appreciate it. I'm not gonna spend my precious level 1 spells on this. I'm going to cast Gunshot, which is shoot from gun. Pew
I
pew.
cast Bust a Cap.
I cast shoot 2 times in a turn.
Oh, really? Twice?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
Whoop. Hey, 18's happen.
And that's why, that's 19 total with your negative. That is a hit.
All right. 5 points of damage, max damage.
Now, is this non-lethal damage?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? It's not immune to non-lethal, buddy.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
And second attack.
All right, here we go.
I mean, it's immune to a bunch of different stuff, but non-lethal.
But not
Not
non-lethal.
in there.
Natural 20.
Oh, that's why you attack twice always.
That's why you attack twice.
Tyler, you idiot. You dummy, attacking once. Oh, boy. I'm about to say it's been a while since we had Patreon shout out, but there were like the last couple episodes. Just crits for days. There are just so many crits.
I guess I want to. Can I get a card, or is this high enough level to pull a card? Or
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's. I mean, you guys can always have that option to pull a card.
oh yeah.
It's the monsters that may not.
Oh, I see.
If they're lower level. Okay, let's shout out a Crittermander on the Patreon.
Been a long time since I crit.
Flanking buddy, been with us over a year. Christopher R, thank you so much for your support.
Thanks, Chris.
And I guess I should throw this out there just to remind all of our Patreon supporters and our flanking buddies, if you want to have a shout out here on the podcast, you don't have to be a flanking buddy forever. You can do as many months as you want and just throw in some shout outs. I'm gonna continue to gather them for season 4 and have hopefully a host of them. So we have some cool ones when level 13 and 14 and 15 crits happen. Okay, here we go. This is an energy attack. Normal damage. It's called Degloved. The target drops an item in a randomly determined hand and has a -4 penalty to actions with that hand until healed. Ooh, and the extreme is an acid effect, so no extreme there. So just the double damage. What are we talking about?
8 points of damage.
Okay, all right. So you blast this thing a couple times and do 13 points of damage total. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. We got a fight here. That's going to take us
Non-lethal damage. I mean, I'm a lover, not a fighter.
I mean, non-lethal damage still hurts.
Oh yeah. it's not pleasant.
It really hurts this thing. So I think we found a new target.
Oh no,
it's 21-2, right?
I've made a huge mistake.
You guys would agree.
I should have cowered in the corner.
It's not that much. It will float maybe just right next to our good friend Piston a little bit as a guarded step up here on the ceiling, and is going to cast a spell on our good friend Labians. Can you give me a will save?
I will. Oh boy.
Hang on, let me shoot you with a basic booster to give you
Is that a reaction?
+2 to skill checks. Well, that's a skill check, not a reaction. Never mind. I don't know that I can do that.
Okay. Will it up.
Somehow, will is not my best. It's not my best save.
You're a speedy boy, right? You're a fast brain.
I guess I'm a fast, smart brain.
You're a quick thinker off your feet.
Oh, 15.
No, that's not gonna do.
Oh boy.
This is not one of the worst spells,
Okay.
but it's not great either. It's rounds per level. A spell called Inflict Pain.
Oh.
As your mind is racked, your body feels intense pain in a wave, an agonizing wave, kind of flow over your cortex. You get a -2 penalty to ability checks, attack rolls, and skill checks. Yeah, so deal with that, good sir. Javi, we are back to you. Tyler, no. Tyler.
All right, that's my turn. It's
You gotta
Verday's turn.
you gotta give like a little preamble before you roll the dice, or
No,
they will
I'm
not
not.
respect you.
I don't care. I'm just done. I'm done. He sucks. I suck. We all suck. Just somebody else beat this thing so I can get to the epilogue of this campaign.
Don't worry, friend. I'll come to your help.
Alavian's over here, gunslinging. The pulsecaster. Okay.
I mean, I feel like what's his name, Javi, is really quick with the draw, but not so good with the aim. Maybe.
he's excellent at blasting bullets.
I have
John Woo style.
I'm tied for the highest 2-hit on weapons in the group. So I don't know what to tell you. It doesn't matter. My character could have a 2-hit +10. Rebecca's character could have a 2-hit of +3. She would out damage me every combat because she rolls 18s. I'm down here rolling as if I was playing, I don't know, a different game where single digits are better than double digits.
Wait, are you rolling D6 for your attack rolls, not D20? Is that what's happening?
No, that would do it. That would
Makes
do
a
it.
lot of sense.
Oh my god, actually I'm only rolling a D4. What?
I wasn't gonna go that low, Tyler.
You know, Tyler, if you wanted to play Star Trek Adventures, they do value lower rolls more than higher rolls in that.
Oh.
So
I would
just put
kill
those
at
feelers
that
out
game.
there.
I would kill at that game.
He's a dynamo at the low rolls. Tyler's great at golf. What do we gotta say? El Demonio, we're on to you, Miles.
All right. And so what did you give me, Drew?
Did I give you anything?
I thought you did something.
I figured out what the melee attacks were so that we knew what you were gonna do there.
He gave you a strategic edge.
Okay.
He shouted, "Don't punch with your fists, punch with your heart, El Demonio.
Right.
Punch with your heart and your feelings."
So Eldemon's gonna scooch up and attack.
All right, give me another athletics check
Okay.
to run up underneath this thing, making an attack. I think you got enough movement to get a running start. Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Athletics is good. You jump up right next to this thing.
And that's a 14.
Against its EAC, that is a miss. Oh no.
Boo.
Oh, you need to change these two dice rolls. That will take us to Jewel.
Great. Jewel is going to have Piston take a. Do I need to take a guarded step since it's up in the air?
Yeah, it is close enough to reach out to Piston.
So Piston's going to take a guarded step back, and they are each going to take a shot, starting with Jewel.
Energy weapon, stop it. No, that's a hit too.
All right, 7 damage.
That's going to be enough to bloody this thing where you see about half of its its kind of like star mass formed body has dissipated, and the light coming off of its arcing electricity through this stellar cloud that is its body has dimmed by about half.
No, it's a good sign. All right, here goes Piston.
Shooting things works.
Oh, that's not so good. That's only
Man.
a 12.
But you're rolling just max damage on
I know.
these attacks.
Damage
all
would have been nice.
over the place. Okay, Drew, we're back to Drew. Oh,
Yes, it's been a long combat. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this thing. All right, I'm going to try to shoot it again with a basic inhibitor. Or, I'm
Right.
sorry, a minor inhibitor. It's a 17.
Oh, against KAC, against EAC, that's a hit.
Sweet. So this thing now has a -1 penalty to attack rolls for 6 rounds.
Oh, my. Okay. Excellent hit there. Turn 3, Alabians are back to you. You see this thing dim and weaken a bit, but it's still floating. It's still there.
All right. Well, I better not take 2 shots and take a -6 to that. I think I'll take 1 shot.
Oh, that's
One opportunity.
It's going to be your downfall.
I mean,
2 shots. 2 shots.
you know what?
To glory.
They call me 2 shots for a reason, Patrick. I'm giving it 2 shots.
I swear, if this cycle went to 20, I don't like.
Only 14 to hit.
Oh, that's with the -2. That is indeed
Yeah,
a
that's-
miss.
The -6. Okay, well, that's why you roll twice. Although that probably would have been a hit if it was. No, okay.
Shh, we don't think about that. We only think about the chance for a 20. Oh, goodness.
Oh, no.
I saw the 20 flash there, but it rolled a little bit away. I was like, no, not my own petard. No. I've been hoisted. All right, we're back to this
petard.
creature's turn. I've cast my higher level spells. Ugh. I don't like this at all. I guess we'll try to get. No. What does it say for me to do in the book? I've already cast the spells that says it would definitely want to cast these and try and inflict pain and do the other one. Well, just cast more spells or throw lightning at people. It's got -1 to attack, so we'll do another one of its spells. It's gonna move backwards, guarded step, and El Demonio this time around. Can you make me a will save?
Sure. Oh, crap.
Oh, I didn't. Oh,
All right.
I didn't. Oh, you said oh crap because.
Oh, it's because Will is
Zero
my
bonus.
worst. Yeah, I have 0 bonus to Will, so I was like, oh god.
But what'd you roll?
I rolled a 19.
Oh boy. Okay. Will completely negates this one. So I haven't
Awesome. Middle
good time with
fingers
this
to
guy.
the monster.
Yeah. I forgot I do have another spell on him. But that's going to be his turn, and that brings us back to Javi. Now, Tyler, walk us through your turn here before you just start slinging dice. I believe in you, sir.
All right, well, Javi takes a knee to steady his aim because he's going to shoot twice because apparently that's what all the cool kids do.
Certainly the cool brains.
Hey, look at that. It's a hit.
Does that sound more excited? Yes, that is a hit. 18.
All right, second
and
second
some of
attack.
that damage gets through.
That one's a miss.
Oh,
For that first damage is only 7 points, not 10.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I usually don't shoot twice, so my macro is based on shooting once.
Gotcha. All right, then that is going to bring us to El Demonio. Not at all affected by whatever this thing tried to do and get into your head. You come back swinging at it.
Oh, absolutely.
Athletics check first, my friend. Jump up.
Athletics,
To its, yeah, you got that.
Got it.
You got a lower roll out of the way here. So now your higher rolls are coming. That's how.
Oh no.
Hey,
That's not how.
it's higher, but it's not a hit.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay. Jewel, back to you.
All right, Piston's going to take a guarded step back, try to get some distance, and let's have it shoot first.
Oh my goodness.
For 24, that's 5 damage.
Triple R, they call her. Rock Rollin' Rebecca. Electricity damage, that's all going through. Okay.
Awesome. And then Jewel. Oh, that's only a 13.
That is a miss, but still points on the board. So we go to the bottom of turn 3. Drew, back to you.
You know, I've never asked if I can shoot 2 people with, if I can make 2 shots with a cast check to shoot 2 biohacker serums into people.
I think at a higher level you can, but I believe it's still a swift action to do it at lower levels. I thought there was something that allows you to only do it once per round.
Yeah, I can't tell. Well, I'll shoot El Demonio with the serum to give him a basic booster to give him +1 to AC. Enjoy that, El Demonio. Woohoo! And that's my time.
And I'm out. Labians 21-2.
I have a powerful gun.
It's smoking.
Let's see. This thing is far away now. What's my range on this thing? Oh boy. Okay, I gotta move. I can't take a range penalty and my -6. So I'm just gonna close the distance. Hoo-ha.
Okay, take a single shot.
Yep, taking 1 shot, -2. Ooh, when you roll an 18, you do good damage. By which I mean 3. 3 damage.
By which good damage, by which I mean pretty bad damage. But
very low damage.
I mean, average damage for your gun. That is.
I mean, it's pretty good damage for me. So
that is damage, though, but it's not enough to take this guy down, and he has been rolling just terribly. Or you guys have been rolling great. He's been doing not a lot with his spells, so I think we'll make a couple of ranged attacks. Who's been doing the most? Yeah, I think Alabians and El Demonio. I'll do it in that order. Make 2 ranged attacks against you guys with a orb of electricity, and I rolled rocks, so -1 doesn't really matter here because, yeah, these are both going to be hit. They're over 20. So let me roll some. The electricity damage, not too much. These are D4s. 2 Alabians. That is 8 points of electricity damage. El Demonio, that is 9 points. And that is going to bring us back to Javi's turn.
I'm going to shoot my gun once.
I'm going to shoot my gun a single time.
Yeah, I need the extra damage.
Oh, that's a super hits. You've got piercing.
I did minimum damage, which means a total of 6 after his DR of 5. I do 1 point of damage. I plucked out a butt hair with my bullet, and that's how much damage I did.
Don't worry, friend. I know how you feel.
What
you've done like 4 times more damage than me, Jabert, so
I'm not talking about this particular moment. I'm talking about other times.
Okay.
But you yelled at Jabert like, let me wallow in self-pity for this character.
Sorry, I'm in scorched earth mode. I'm just broken. I'm broken. You just move on.
I'm just glad that somebody else is down here in the pig pen with me. It's getting lonely down there.
I'm sorry, what does Pierce do as is that a critical effect, Tyler?
Oh, it's the damage type, my dude.
Oh, piercing. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to add the ing. You know how much time it takes to add the ing? It's a lot of effort. I already had to make this whole character sheet. I'm not about to type 3 extra characters I don't need to get my point across with the damage type. You're lucky I typed the word pierce. I could have just put P.
It would actually only be 2 extra characters because you would drop the E.
Rebecca's got a good point.
She's got a good point.
Rock roll.
Got a good point. I will diminish my anger by the appropriate 33% or whatever.
All right. It's still up as we go on to El Demonio.
Since it's in front of me, can I attack twice?
So it's still up above you, and I mean, it's good because it's not getting the attacks of opportunity on you if you're moving, but you will have to move back and do a little runny jumpy to get up to it.
This battle's stupid. This game is stupid.
Hey! and a successful athletics check, and getting the small roll out of the way, a 6. So you gotta get better than that now. Here we go, attack one. Whoa.
It's a 15.
15 against his EAC. There are no negatives on this thing's EAC right now because it got hit with only a -1 to hit, right, Drew?
Yeah, it's attacks. It has -1.
That is a miss, Miles. I'm so sorry.
Didn't you put a booster on Demonio?
I think for my
but
armor
that's
class.
to his
That was to
AC.
Sorry, Jewel. We're back to you. It's a pistol friendly combat round. Unfortunately, not a lot of melee action.
I could go really, really risky and have one of my 2 characters double attack.
Yeah, 3 attacks from the Jewel Piston combo.
It is a great strategy.
See who has the better attack bonus here. Oh, the drone's better at attacking. All right, so I'm gonna have the drone attack twice, and that'll be -4 to each.
Sounds right.
8 is not gonna work.
5 on
Why
the
you
dice.
attack twice?
It's a miss. That's why he attacked thrice with 2 characters. Right. All right, let's see it. It's almost a 20. but
11,
that's
also not gonna do it.
miss. All right, what's
It's a good effort. All right, here we go with Jewel. It's an 18 to hit.
That is a hit, and 3 damage. It's still up. Oh no! Oh boy! Oh, you get just so much early on. I was like, oh, this might be very short, but now it's trickling in as we go on to Fixer.
I keep assuming that I can't hit things with my biohacks, but maybe I can. Maybe I should just shoot this thing and make it sick.
Or shoot it and make it dead.
It is a living creature. I'm going to hit this thing with a shot and a toxicology inhibitor. Not with that, I'm not. This is what happens when I try to do nice things.
That's a miss. 6 on the dice. Turn 5, I believe. Alabians.
Alabians, the big brain, am winning again. -2. No, -6. We're going 2 shots. They call me 2 shots. Johnny 2 shots.
You still got rounds left in the pulse caster. You're ready to use them.
That's right. All right, there we go. That was see, I'm getting that one out of the way. Here we go.
Yes.
Yeah. First shot is only an 8 to hit, but the second shot is a 3.
What would you say if I gave you a lower number? I lowballed you a little bit here.
Right.
No 3 work.
I take your 8 and I raise you a 3.
No, that's not gonna do. Okay, I think
Patrick, can I shoot a 3rd time? That looked like a lot of fun when Jewel did it. So
if only. Oh my gosh. Back to its turn. I think it's just going to. Oh no, I really can't risk provoking on El Demonio because this thing is super weak right now.
Do it.
I can't. It's so weak.
You're such a coward. You know that?
Oh, how dare you! How dare you!
I thought
okay.
he couldn't reach you because he's on the ground.
Well, I was about to say if I just drop it down to the floor here, I can get off a double attack, but it will provoke. I will do that. Make me attack of opportunity, Mouse.
All right, so you are lowering, correct?
Yeah, I mean it's like kind of hovering above the ground, but it's on level with you. Oh, goodness gracious!
God.
Oh, I saw that 16.
I had 2, and I was
no.
I just hate this game.
All right, we're making 2 attacks. These are KAC slam attacks against El Demonio.
Hold on. Let me prepare for this.
And you've got a +1 still, so I need to roll pretty high here against KAC. Let's see them. Ooh, let's see them. 17 and a 19 against KC. That is 2 hits for the Phantom. And these are going to be half bludgeoning, half electricity damage, and it's a little bit more. nearly maximum at 21 points. So 10 bludgeoning, 11 electricity. This comes down, just starts pummeling El Demonio Verde. Javi, you got some entropic action to soak any of that up, or?
Yeah, I've got. Yeah,
it looked like you were doing math.
Yeah, I've got. I think I have 2 entropic points. So that makes it 19.
Javi, Tyler, we're on to you. It's dropped down, is now taken out El Demonio.
Yeah, I've just given up hope. I'm just going to go for 20s. I'm just either not going to hit at all, or I'm going to roll a 20. So we're just going to attack twice. Okay. Javi just closes his eyes. He just puts one hand over his eyes, and he just blindly fires right at Demonio.
Oh, no. Can you imagine if it's a critical miss and the attack ally card comes up? You're like,
I mean, I would deserve it at this point.
What are you doing? All right, first one is a 5 on dice. That's a miss, but that's why you're blind firing twice. Makes
you know it.
Perfect.
Can't be a 1 now, right?
It's got to be higher. It was higher. 6 on the dice.
Listeners, I wish you could see all my friends just giggling hysterically at the absolute atrocity. This is
hey. I've had garbage rolls this entire night too, buddy.
I know.
Yeah. Don't worry, Javi. The strategy is working. Keep going.
At least Javi hasn't had to move. Miles has been forced to jump just to have a chance to punch the guy.
Yeah, like a little jackrabbit.
Yeah.
Jump for my entertainment.
Yeah.
It's your turn now, El Demonio.
Yes.
It's next to you now.
A little spinning move and try to just knock this guy. I'm going to do 2 attacks.
Oh, super hit.
19.
What kind of damage we doing?
With the heart, as advertised.
7 points of damage.
Yeah.
You roundhouse kick this thing out of existence. Kick him square over the mountain as a giant energy blast kind of dissipates him, and we are out of combat.
Oh, you say he dissipates?
Oh yeah, I mean he's
man, because I think El Demonio is pissed enough that he's just going to keep punching.
punching the air. No, get back here! Fight me! We are out of combat, and I think that was mainly a lot of El Demonio taking damage, but I think
Patrick,
I think
you mean that this thing falls asleep with its non-lethal damage.
Go to sleep. That's not how non-lethal works.
Dang it. I was trying to bring him back for you, Miles.
But yeah, this.
Oh no, you don't.
I think you could see traces of where you've punched him into the ground, kind of like fading and floating up and just kind of winking out of existence here. Maybe there's still some ancillary kind of crackles of static in the air where it was standing, but we are out of combat, and very 13 obviously it's like hiding behind a desk, comes out and it's like, oh my goodness, that thing must be what got the goblins, but this is it. I think this is the trove of scientific research, destroyed as many of them are, that we've been looking for. This is the heart of the ship, the drift engine that they were experimenting with. Help! We must see if anything is still in working order. We're still looking for my ancestors' notes. Do you guys want to roll me another perception check?
Oh yeah.
One quick question.
It.
Can I switch out the batteries in my guns while we're stopped?
Oh yeah,
combat?
you got plenty of time. If you don't want to roll perception, if you want to just burn an RP, Miles, that's also fine.
I'm also going to burn an RP.
Oh boy, howdy.
I think I need to burn an RP too.
Rolling rocks for perception after you get up.
Oh joy.
Everyone else is looking around.
Does anybody need HP healing while I'm doing this?
I am actually 1 HP down. I could take it after I take my.
Just
my
have
break.
a feldspar and children's chewable healing serum. That'll get you right back up. Guaranteed 1 HP back, or
Do
you're.
you have to spend resources to use
back.
that, Drew?
No, but I feel like maybe you don't want to do it. Oh no, I already used it on you, didn't I? Because I use it.
But I'm taking a 10-minute break. I'm taking a 10-minute break right now.
I'll give it to you. I have to be adjacent. I have to be adjacent to you, so you walk over to me because I'm a little tired.
Oh, of course. Oh no, I understand. Sleepy little goblin friend.
3 HP.
But yeah, Miles Eldemonio, after you rest up and maybe recheck your armor, some tape around your knuckles, finds in just a pile of broken electronical equipment and maybe some shards of glass and scrap metal towards the back of this chamber, what looks like a pretty high value electronical device, but it seems to be like a metal bracelet of some sorts. Pretty stylish looking, and it doesn't look like it is a part of the scientific accoutrement around it. It seems maybe like mass produced or somehow specialized. Do you want to roll an engineering check yourself to try to figure out what this thing is?
Sure. I was also just going to put the bracelet on.
Yeah, I mean that's fine too.
See what it did. I could use some new gear. That's a 3, so that's a rousing success.
I think it's pretty tight on your wrist, but I mean you can tell it's some kind of electronics, and it would probably fetch a pretty good price.
But does it look cool?
It looks like it's making your orc hand turn purple, but you're not really sure what it is. You want to ask anyone else, or?
I will ask Jewel.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, I sure appreciate it. I'm not much of one for jewelry, but I appreciate a gift when I see one. I'll check.
I said I will ask Jewel, not give it to Jewel.
Look at my wrist.
Doesn't fit you. Yeah, that's a 28.
Obviously, Jewel, you can like tinker around with it, maybe press some hidden recessed buttons and see little ports open up. This seems to be a fairly unusual miniature computer, and taking a look over it, you seem to recognize this is a miniature computer that seems like it is made to be slotted into an android's armor upgrade slot. Like this would just like kind of link into an android's arm that might have their upgrade slot there and allow it to immediately interact with the android to gain access to the data inside.
Can I try putting it on Very 13?
Yeah. She'll, when you show it to her, says, I think this is it. I think this is the treasure we seek, the trove of yesteryear's knowledge that might spell a leap forwards in technology. Let me begin to access. And you kind of see her eyelids flip back and light up as she, I think you can kind of read computer code going across her irises. It is Very 8's notes. This is her computer. It is possible. This is the key to unlock whatever research was happening here. It is possible this will help speed up interstellar travel. It could help us unite the galaxy, and it's just been here sitting in this trash heap for centuries. She comes back and is like, we must catalog, we must preserve all of this technological research, dismantle what we can, keep as much intact as possible, and somehow get it out of this ship without destroying it. And I will say this, I believe it will make you all quite rich. Maybe give me a project to work on for the rest of my times. I know we've been together for the last few days, and I haven't had a chance to say it, but I want to thank you all for not only saving me from that monstrous Kathak, but dismantling tensions between the trash hunters, the Unbrood. It seemed like you all were going to falter and fall. Javi, it seemed like you were ready to throw that gun away, but you united and you pulled this off. I mean, it's almost too good to be true. We're here. We're in this cache of knowledge, and
I don't like where this is going.
We're all alive, and nothing bad is ever going to happen to us. we're all going to live happily ever after. The end of Junker's Delight.
Can I roll since?
Just
Hey!
Just kidding. I got to kill Javi first. We got to get to I'm sorry. You wanted to roll what?
I said, can I roll sense motive?
Is she about to old yeller us?
she turns into the demon she was the entire time. Thank you.
Well, she certainly wasn't helping us fight, so it wouldn't be surprised, right?
I don't got combat stats for her. I don't know what to tell you. Not everyone is ready to blast a gun in this universe.
And some of those people are called Libyans 21-2.
Well, not this combat. Holy friole. No, it's just then that you hear some static coming through your comms and get a message from Kesh. It's a little staticky. They seem to have moved away from the stellar flare somewhat since you guys have come inside. One of our comm units is receiving a call from Kefek Depot asking for you all. They says their name is Riddle. Would you like me to patch you through?
Don't do it.
Sure.
It's Tom Riddle. That's a Harry Potter bad guy. Don't do it.
No, Riddle is the Isoki that we were working with, right?
Oh, right. Yeah.
But elsewhere in the wastes away, you see Merc climbing a tower of power cores with like a little satellite radar dish to bounce the signal to you guys. And you get indeed the staticky sound of Riddle saying, "Oh, thank the wastes, you aren't dead. Have you found anything out there yet?"
Nah.
Oh, Javi's just being silly, good friend Riddle. We found a great, powerful treasure.
Oh, that's great, but it's also terrible because I hate to be the bearer of bad news. You might be dealing with all sorts of things out there, but there's a couple more things headed your way. Somehow, DeTrulo and his gang, well, they got wind of what what you're up to. However that happened, and word on the street is he wants that tech for himself. Probably thinks he can get rich selling it to the highest bidder. But word on the street is you're the one that took out his true warriors. And anyway, he's gathered up his entire gang. All of his goons and his lieutenant are headed your way. And I don't know how much time you got. I just got this news. They could be there at any minute.
So not enough time for a long rest, huh?
I don't know what that means, but definitely not.
That's okay. I've got some unfinished business with that lieutenant, so I'm glad they're here.
You know, Very says, this is not possible. We just found it, Riddle. We won't have time to gather everything up and get it out of here. If those goons find this place, they might destroy the power core and things that are still active. We can't let that happen.
Well, it seems we better get to data harvesting pretty quick then, huh?
No, we won't be able to get everything out of here. I mean, with just the data, we'll only have half the puzzle. We need the experiments that they ran and this gear. That would take days, to arrange to get it out. If they're coming, then I mean, this is lost. It's all for naught. What are we going to do?
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I wish to do more violence.
Well, maybe we should go outside and meet them at the front and not let them into the ship so that they can't ruin it.
Very, goes back and looks at the clean room's doors. And it's like, I mean, it is very possible that you can seal these, but if they bring, if they're able to get through you all, they'll be able to get these doors open. I don't know if facing his entire gang all at once is wise.
And weren't there some automated turrets that we passed on our way back here? What if we reactivated those? Probably could take a few of them out as they tried to make their way to us. We could maybe draw a defensive line somewhere in the ship.
Perhaps if we contact our friends, the Ikeshti and the goblins, perhaps they could assist us in the defense of this place. That plus those turrets could do some mighty fine work on a bunch of hooligans and gangums.
Not a bad idea. I'm sure they wouldn't appreciate the true warriors messing around on their turf.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can get back on the line with Mark and you explain what's happening.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not. I'll defer to the rest of the team as to whether or not we want to explain the full import of what we found here.
Well, no, you could just say, bad people are coming into the mid zone, their new turf, and Mark hanging upside down from the tower of power cores. You're trying to get a signal to you guys. It's like, oh, that's awful. I guess we can help provide some resources, but none of these trash hunters are really the combat type, and we really don't have their trust yet. But I'll try and meet you with whatever supplies me and Kesh can round up for you.
Very good. We will see you shortly.
I think I've completely forgotten what Merc's voice is.
That sounds about right.
No, it was like a high pitch. It was like, yeah, Merc. Right, but believe it or not, if you would like to stage a defense here, because you've not destroyed that turret in the entryway, I mean, you can reprogram it and activate it again. And I mean, I don't know if you recall, but it shot you guys up pretty well as soon as you came in.
Can we program it to not shoot us, but shoot other people?
Make me an engineering check. I think you'd be able to figure it out.
Oh, that's only a 19.
So that's still enough to know that obviously whoever worked here, it didn't shoot. So there was, I mean, you just disabled its visual sensor, but something in its sensor must have been able to detect, like, crew members versus intruders. And you gather that you can spoof whatever that was, like a program or an outline in its programming, or some kind of bit and bob on your uniform that will identify you as a non-combatant. And yeah, you can get that turret activated again and get that set up. But besides that, if you want to set up something in the neighborhood of a trap, this is where the fun of Junker's Delight comes in. The defense of the Stellar Flare, we've got some rules in this AP for basically home aloneing the corridors by gathering up some scrap and turning them into traps. Maybe making a little.
I think we have somebody on our team who can make junk barricades. I just remember vaguely. It's just way in the back.
Right, that's a thing I can do, and I just start like unloading like tons of crap.
I have a cable line.
Not now.
I have a cable line that we can tie across one of the hallways. Trip everybody up.
Like a tripwire.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to spend, time producing junk, you can make up to 4 scrap points with fabricate scrap as a ability. And if you guys want to gather scrap elsewhere on the ship, you can do so with, I mean, you've seen tons of junk throughout the vessel. You can make an engineering or a perception check in kind of like a setup phase to gather some.
Okay, perception for Javi. It is.
It's going to be engineering for me.
Engineering for me, 26.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, does arming a trap give me a +2? So a 28?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a success. So we got to.
Or disarm.
Is it perception or engineering?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
and I will
perception
say.
for Mixer.
Jabert, you can find more than you can produce in an hour or so. We got a great perception from Drew, from Mixer. So I don't know, there's a lot of scrap. You guys are able to, in very short order, go to different corners of the ship, open up the server room, the pantry, the galley, I guess it was, the reading room, and start pulling metal off the walls and things like that, and are able to bring back 18 points of scrap. And in addition to that, I think either Javi or El Demonio, you can just go back and also pull back the security robot that you crit to death and get an additional 4 points of scrap from that.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys have like these huge piles to work with. Each trap, is like you can place in the ship's hallway or a doorway, and will take 6 points of scrap to make. And I mean, basically something almost as effective as the giant jolting surge that Jewel got from the mainframe computer. So I think with that, and also you can expend a couple points of scrap to seal a door, like just weld it shut. So if you do want to seal off the back chambers, that's an option. But yeah, let's head out in the ship, and you've got the capability on top of the turret to place 3, like 10-foot wide traps. I think hopefully you guys can take a look around and search. Technically, there is a room you've not searched yet, and I can point that out to you in the lower right-hand corner of the map as well while you're going through this. Do you want to take a look in there while you're setting up?
Only if it has some light armor in it.
All right, so moving on. Just kidding.
I'll look in there.
Yeah, go.
It's junkalicious in here.
It's pure junk. It's nothing but junk. I've forgotten all about this room because I was like, oh wait, I don't think they got that. Yeah, it is. You see rows and shelves of this chamber. Most have collapsed. Almost all of them empty. And the equipment that was stored here is either dissolved or rusted ages ago. It looks like some kind of supply closet. Do you want to spend some time searching this area, or do you want to head back and continue the defense?
Mixer's not going to be much help in doing the defense, so he would search the area.
Yeah, I'll head back and keep putting tar and like micro machines on the ground.
Yeah, Jewel is creating a very intricate trap that involves her cable line and a fire extinguisher to create mist in the area.
Yeah.
Well, Javi's cleaned his gun 7 times already, so he's not doing anything.
Yeah, El Demonio is kind of just doing reps or something next to Javi cleaning.
Yeah, I think it's an Olympians in Jewel like montage scene.
Mixer sits on Demonio's back while he does push-ups.
Yeah. If you guys figure out a place you'd like to put a trap as you're looking around, go ahead and kind of like mark it on the map, and
I am the trap.
And tell me what else you'd like to do. Javi and Mixer, if you're taking a look through this room here, I mean, if you want to just take 20, you can find what looks like a loose panel in the wall, and kind of pulling it back, you see a small chamber that doesn't look like it's had a lot of exposure to the air, but inside you see a shaft of a weapon, and pulling it out, it is a tactical swoop hammer. Looks like it has survived the ages, as there is a fusion kind of burnt into its side, a ghost killer fusion.
Oh, that would have been nice to have before we fought those ghosts.
Yeah, but it's still nice, right? It's still fine. Okay, taking a look at the map, it looks like we figured out one place kind of like in the center of the map, another one on the far eastern side, and then you want to put one right at the entrance to the stellar flare from the airlock.
Yeah,
Okay.
the right at the entrance seems like a good place because we know they'll pass through there.
Yeah, for sure. And I was thinking with the other two that I was placing, like the one in the middle if they go down that way, and then the one on the side if they go down the side the way we did, because we didn't go down the middle,
Yeah.
So there are multiple paths.
Yeah, I mean, and we'll just sort of hope that they don't go down the the eastern side, because everyone knows that going east is unlucky.
Fill it full of barricades. Just
Yes.
every 5 feet.
Yeah, barricade.
Yeah.
Do your junk barricades last for forever?
Yeah, I mean they stay there. They're technically like sort of weak, but I mean, if I put like 80 of them down, like
if you, I mean, you won't have time, like hours to just be moving around and casting everywhere, fill the ship up. But you'll definitely have time to set down these main traps, and you can put some barricades up to where if someone got behind them, they would definitely get that cover bonus. I think they would get it if they were on the other side, like if they moved up to the other side of it, though, right? So, yeah. So you've got some traps laid out, and I think Kesh can call you back and say, they've were able to gather some donations from both the trash hunters and the Unbrood that have stayed with them, and it is enough junk to make one more trap. Merc has, like 4 little wheelbarrows worth of scrap points. So feel free to place another one wherever you like. But also, maybe more importantly, Kesh comes through with donations of 4 Mark II healing serums. So distribute
All right.
Distribute those as you'd like.
So would we like to put one of these traps over here on the eastern side to make sure that they hit 2 traps?
Yeah, and actually, can we move this one that's on the western side down a corridor? Because if they got they could. Yeah, that'd be good. Thank you.
Yeah, so there's like a main bulkhead running through like midship, and it looks like you've put a trap on all 3 entrances there. So pretty hard. It's going to be pretty hard to get by that.
I think we should put all 4 traps on top of one another, so whoever steps on the first one is just dead. They're dead. Yeah, they're gone. There's nothing. I mean, that's guaranteed.
I mean, yeah, this is... Can you imagine if Kevin McAllister just had like a nail gun and a flamethrower and like the micro machines, like everything all in one room, and you're just like, oh God, we're dying! Oh, this kid's torturing us. No, you got to space them out. That's how Home Alone works, Tyler. Right. So, Kesh and Mark will, wish you luck. They will hang back, but these gang members definitely more than these 2 little non-combatants can handle. They don't want to get you any more trouble, but can warn you when they are on their way. And indeed, they give you about 10 minutes notice as one of their buddies kind of spots what they say is a large group of people heading towards the stellar flare, maybe guided by a single Unbrood that was dejected when their leader Ashala was taken out. Where would you guys like to gather up, or where would you like to be to withstand the siege of the stellar flare? Right now, you're walking around a lot of the front of the traps. Do you want to be in front of them? Because
because I don't want to set them off. Yeah.
Can we clean up the map so I can see it?
I was thinking, I've got Jewel toward the very back, like next to the room.
Yeah. Maybe we want to just be back like, in the room.
Yeah. Like we are the final boss.
The power.
You want to be all the way in the room or just outside the room, like guarding it?
I feel like in the room would be good because we can sort of like funnel them through that door, and I can build us some barricades for all of our ranged combatants to sort of like take cover behind.
Yeah, so definitely Barry 13 will be in there and hiding back behind, trying her best to like gather up elements of destroyed experiments and sifting through whatever hard drives, still might remain in some of these scientific apparatuses. No, she's trying to do some work as you guys set up defenses here, and it's not too long before you hear perhaps a small explosion and the sound of junk reverberating through the hallways. Are you leaving the doors open here? I guess I should ask that.
Yeah, that's fine. They don't need to be close.
Yeah, so you can hear it very very clearly. You hear some shouts of pain, and then some laser blasts from the trap.
Javi grabs the little walkie-talkie that goes to the ship's intercom speakers and is like,
Welcome, punks, to the Stellar Degenerator. You are not welcome here, and I hope that all my traps kill you. If you do not like our service, you are free to leave.
Oh, good times.
Stellar Degenerator. That's the one.
Yeah, welcome back. It's tied to season 1 now. It's the Stellar Degenerator. Excellent. I mean, it's silent after that. You don't hear another explosion, and like a minute passes, and nothing seems to happen. Is there anything you want to do, or do you want to hold tight in the power core room?
We'll hold tight.
okay.
Yeah, I think maybe hold tight. Also, it seems like maybe the best thing to do with those healing serums is to give those to Mixer, since Mixer can just sort of like deliver them at range.
That's not a terrible idea.
So you can just sort of like, pick who needs them and doesn't have to like fumble with pulling them out of his pack and stuff. So
If we want to send the drone out to, see what's up,
scout around.
we can.
Yeah, I got pretty low stealth myself.
It's
It's not great at stealth, but okay.
They're probably just, I imagine after they hit the first trap, it's like, okay, maybe we should check for traps as we move forward. And so maybe they're just,
Yeah, I might float out here and hang out in this room, and when I see him coming, I'm gonna hightail it back in the room.
it's a trap.
Okay, so Labian's on the front line.
I'm just keeping an eye out.
Right. Let's see here.
The second you walk out those doors, they slam shut behind you and you are surrounded by true warriors.
I've made a huge mistake.
Oh,
I don't know when Labian just became Bullwinkle.
So, what is between Alabians and Jewel the higher engineering bonus? I'm guessing Jewel.
I have 12.
We got 10.
Okay.
My electrician profession is a 15, if that would be relevant.
Your what? Sorry.
My professional electrician is 15.
I think probably we'd be using engineering to create these traps. You hear some more laser fire about 5 minutes later, and then
All right, I'm going to start. I'm not feeling comfortable. I'm feeling a little exposed out there. I'm going back in.
Then on the western side of the ship, actually where you fought they went like the exact same path. They had the same pathing as you. They went up the side where the robot charging station was, and you hear like your guillotine trap or whatever, your portcullis made of sharpened junk go shunk, reverberating through the hallways, and you hear someone crying out in pain, and then it is silenced again. Just
Javi will shout down the corridors.
The good news is if you get past all these, we've got healing serums we can give you. You just gotta kill us first.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Every time I'm not even going to roll, but Javi's just rolling. I just imagine Javi's just trying to intimidate the heck out of these people as they're going down the corridor.
Right. And from that, I think you guys get a call that kind of like seems to patch into the system of the stellar flare, maybe going through some of the broken comm systems here. And you hear a very gruff voice kind of calling into the ship that deed. Sorry, let me get to my notes. The voice calls out through a burst of static. Oh, greetings. I don't know who you are, why you came to my town, or how you're causing me so much trouble, but it ends right now. Surrender, and you hand over the tech you found in the stellar flare. And I swear by the pillar of the sky, by Kaw's name, you'll leave this place alive.
Oh, but I hope you don't. I hope we trekked all the way out here and you all feel the need for a fight, because I don't want to disappoint my men. You all have to the count of 10.
And he starts counting down.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Oh, what comes after 8? Oh no.
5.
Start over again.
Can we start yelling like random numbers to mess up his counting?
Yeah, no. If you want to, do you want to crackle back and say something over comms?
What's your name?
The name's Detrulo, and that doesn't sound like you're surrendering. 3, 2.
Just got my pistol ready.
Wait.
pointed at the door.
Wait a second, Detrulo. You gotta tell me how you spell your name so I can write your gravestone. Now get in here.
Oh, you hear very heavy footsteps echoing through the southern entrance of the Stellar Flare, and over the comms, just chuckling, it says,
Don't say I didn't give you a chance. We'll see you inside. To be continued.
Oh boy.
Or should I-
Javi turns to look at the rest of his crew. He didn't tell me how to spell his name.
should
That's
I
a shame.
should I say a to be concluded next week? Oh, it's battle time, and we
Thank
gonna
God.
get to it. And obviously, Tyler, you've been saving up just all the good rolls for this final combat. And
I hope so.
Yeah, no. Well, Javi's talking trash, but behind he's looking at Jewel like, you are going to shoot them all for me, right?
So housekeeping for a sec. How many of us still have our level rerolls?
great question.
I think I have spent mine.
Yeah,
Do I have
spent
mine?
and I
don't
have
remember.
exactly one level 1 spell left.
I don't think that I have used my reroll.
Yeah.
I don't
Good.
think I have either.
Good. Ooh. I'll go back and listen to it, but good time to use those rerolls and get into it.
Jabert's got a junk shard spell. It's just like, I just need the big guy. Where's the big guy? Blast.
Yeah, that's going to do it, guys. Thanks for playing with me.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you, Patrick.
Yep.
Listeners, thanks for coming along, and we'll see you next week on the Junktastic finale of Junker's Delight. Have a good week, everybody.
Good night.
Next week.
Bye.
Did you say have a good weekend? This isn't on Monday. It's have a good week.
Hey, that weekend's part of the week.
You've been listening to Cosmic Crit, an officially licensed partner of Paizo Incorporated. The Starfinder role-playing game and adventure paths are trademarks of Paizo. All Pathfinder and Starfinder images are property of Paizo and are used with permission.